welcome everybody. We've got a great webinar today. The lines are full, so we've got a lot of people on, a lot of excitement to learn how to keep up with your Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter for less than a cup of coffee a day, how to really use social media to get more clients. My name is Greg Pitstick. I am the author of 3 books on social media, and I'm the founder of different companies, including Social Concierge Service. In fact, I own my own real estate team for 5 years. I really know what makes real estate tick. And I live in Cincinnati with my wife and 4 children. And on this webinar, we're going to specifically talk about how you can use social media to get more clients and how you can have that done for you so you don't have to do the hard work. Now, if you have questions during this webinar, please don't hesitate to ask them. There's a question box or a comment box there on the side of GoToWebinar. Go ahead and put your questions or comments in. Bill, our moderator, and my business partner will be collecting those. He may interrupt me during the actual presentation, but I've asked him if we're going to cover it during the presentation to wait to the end. We're going to have a lot of time there for Q&A. So it's going to be a great presentation here. Don't hesitate to ask any questions. There are no silly or stupid questions. I'm also the author of LinkedIn for Real Estate Agent. It's a newly released book. If you don't have your e-copy of this, we will be giving it to you after the webinar as a thank you for attending. Now, let's set the stage with a few facts. This is 2013 now, and the world is a little bit different than it was before. Facebook, let's hit that. Facebook now has over 1 billion people on it, and 75% of all your internet users in the United States are on Facebook, which is absolutely amazing. It's the #1 website in the world, and the average user logs on every other day, and spends about 20 minutes a time on Facebook. In fact, it's now eking out time from the TV shows, the networks, and things like that. Now, here's an amazing thing that you may not know. The average user on Facebook is now over 40 years old. Facebook has really matured in terms of its audience. A lot of people think of it as just teenagers, and the reality is a lot of older users are on Facebook, which is a prime demographic for real estate agents. And from a gender distribution, Facebook is 40% male and 60% female, so there's a few more females on than males on Facebook. Another great demographic to get to from a real estate standpoint. Now, let's talk for a second about the impact of the mobile phone. A lot of you guys already have an iPhone, an Android, some sort of smartphone. Well, more Facebook users now visit Facebook through their mobile app than they do on a desktop computer. It means more traffic is coming from the mobile phone than a desktop. Now, that's absolutely amazing if you think about it, and that more people are getting their status updates on their phone. In fact, Facebook is the #1 app on the mobile phone. And now using status updates, Facebook is the #1 way you can get in front of your clients while they're on their mobile phone. We'll show you exactly how to do that. Now, the other network to pay attention to here is LinkedIn. LinkedIn isn't Facebook. It is a professional network. It's where professionals go to connect with each other. LinkedIn now has over 200 million members. Now, it's smaller than Facebook, but that's okay because it's quality, not quantity. All the kids and retired people like that are not on LinkedIn, but your target client is. The average age on LinkedIn is now 44, so it's a little bit older. Now, here's a great one. The average income of a LinkedIn user is $109,000. So you can see LinkedIn is a great place to get good qualified buyers and sellers. And as I said, it's the #1 professional website. And LinkedIn is also very important because Google ranks LinkedIn very highly. And I'm going to show you this in a second. But if you Google your own name and you're on LinkedIn, that's probably going to come up above almost anything else. So it's very important not only to optimize LinkedIn, but to be active in LinkedIn. Now let's talk about LinkedIn in terms of the power of 60. There was a study recently done by Nielsen, and they found that the average LinkedIn user connected to 60 different people. So we have a simple formula for how you can make LinkedIn successful. If you go out and you connect to 200 local professionals in your own local area, then because they're connected to 60 people, you'll be second connected away to 12,000 people. And third connection is 720,000 people with a total network of 732,000 people. So if you're active in LinkedIn, meaning you've optimized your profile and you actually do status updates, you can be seen by hundreds of thousands of professionals that are your target clients. And most people don't realize this. They think of LinkedIn as a spot where I just need a placeholder and they do all their work in Facebook. But if you do updates in LinkedIn, you can be seen by a lot of people. So why bother with Facebook, LinkedIn, and I'm going to throw Twitter in there too? Well, one is it helps you get found online. As new clients are doing their research, so let's say that you have a new buyer or a new seller that you're working with, you better believe the first thing they're going to do after meeting you is they're going to go and they're going to Google your name. And the things that come up right next to your website are going to be your LinkedIn profile and your Facebook profile. Also, social media is a great way to stay top of mind, because you can connect with hundreds or even thousands of people through social media, and by doing status updates, you can stay top of mind in front of them on a regular basis, so you can get more referrals and repeat clients. Let's talk about that Google search. I typed in Laura's name here. Laura is a real estate agent near me, and right on the first page of Google, you'll see her real estate realtor sites come up, and then it's Facebook and her LinkedIn profiles. And the pictures here actually got pulled in from LinkedIn. So that's why it's very important to have your Facebook and LinkedIn updated, because people are going to go there, they're going to click on those, and what they're going to see is this person active? What do other people say about them? They know your website's going to rave about you. They want to see what other people say and what you're saying on your social media network. And it's kind of like if you go to a restaurant, you walk in and it's empty. It doesn't matter how good the restaurant is, you leave, you don't feel comfortable. The same thing is with social media. You need to have a good, solid presence there. Now, in addition to having a solid presence for people researching you, you want to stay top of mind with all those people that you're already connected with. And you do that through status updates. Through status updates on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter, you nurture those weak relationships into strong relationships. And this enables you to clone your best client. Now think about this. You have a really good seller you worked with. Who is probably one of the best clients for you? It's going to be someone that's a friend of that seller. And that friend of that seller, they're friends with them on Facebook. So by doing updates in social media that they comment on, their friends see it, so you get exposed to whole new networks of people. And Facebook and LinkedIn is a way to get new fans, so you end up getting more referrals and more repeat clients. Now, the way I want you to think about this is social media being your TV channel, because you now have an opportunity to have a TV channel to all of your audience. Now, let's think about a TV channel that you enjoy. Is a TV channel that you enjoy nothing but commercials? No. When you have your own TV channel, it's a channel that people want to watch. Now, a channel that people want to watch has good, interesting, and different types of information on it with an occasional commercial. So what you want to do is have good content 80 to 90% of the time on the social media TV channels, and then layer in the commercials. Now, I'll show you what that means. But specifically, if you're sitting there talking about nothing but real estate, it's probably not a TV channel most people want to tune into. So, who is watching your TV channel on any given day? Well, if industry says a person moves once out of every 7 years, that means on any given day, the people that are watching your updates, 85% of them are not looking for a home. They're not looking to buy or sell right at that moment. That means 11% of people are thinking about it, and only 4% of people are actively looking. So what happens when you get onto social media and you make a TV channel? Well, there's two choices of types of content you could put out there. You could put content like this example. This is a Facebook status update that one of our clients did. It says, wouldn't this be amazing to wake up to every morning? And it's a cool picture. And what happened is a lot of people commented on it, and it got a lot of likes. This is good content that anyone would want to see. Regardless of whether or not you're in the market to buy or sell real estate, that's a good status update. It makes you smile. On the other hand, so the 85% of people out there that are not ready to buy right now, they like that. Now, on the other hand, if you're an agent who just puts out listings, that's like putting out a commercial. You're talking specifically only to the 4% or less of people. That's not the type of person or update that everyone wants to see. So what happens is by putting out a ton of listings and spamming your wall with that, you're turning off the vast majority of people. Well, what do they do when you turn them off? Well, first, they don't comment or like on it. They just ignore the status update. I'm going to show you that's actually very deadly. Or they actually hide your future updates. There's that little button right next to it you can hit and to hide future status updates. Or worse yet, they unfriend you. Now, Facebook will not let you have a channel seen by a lot of people that has poor quality material on it. If people don't like what you put on your Facebook channel, on your Facebook page, here's what happens. You see, Facebook has a problem. They have more status updates to show than space to show them. So they have to have some filtering process because there's more stuff going on than can fit on the news feed. So Facebook looks at your status updates that you have done, and if they didn't get comments, or they were hidden from future updates, or they were unfriended, like the example of putting up that listing, what Facebook will do is will show fewer of your updates in the future. They don't tell you this. They just quietly don't show your updates at all to other people. So slowly, your TV show gets tuned out and no one sees it. But if you put good content on there that people like, that they comment on and share with other people, Facebook looks at that and says, hey, these guys like your content. They like your status update. They like your TV channel. You know what we're going to do? We're going to show them more of those updates in the future. This is why if you're on Facebook, you ever notice, you see more of some of your friends' updates than you see of other of your friends' updates. So if you don't manage your social media the right way, what happens is you think you're doing good updates, but you're not being seen. So you have to have good content for your own TV channel that people would want to see. And then it's okay to occasionally put in the occasional commercial. Now, here is the other little tip that most people don't know. You have to post this good stuff frequently because only 7 to 15% of your updates actually get shown in Facebook. And that's because there's more status updates to be shown than there is space that they have to put it up there. So what makes a good status update on your TV channel if you're a real estate agent? What would the average agent should be putting onto their Facebook channel? Well, one is good pictures like this. Forget about a dream home. I found a dream office. That's a nice, good picture. It catches your eye and you want to hit like. Or here's one. What a fun way to use wasted space under the stairs. You know, I saw that picture and I wanted to put one of these in for my own son in my basement. I think that's really cool. It's good, valuable content. Makes people smile. Or you can put health tips out there. Like here's one. Is your energy lagging? And maybe the last thing you feel like doing, but a brisk walk can be more effective than a nap or a cup of coffee at fighting fatigue. Try it out. 15 people liked it, and a lot of people commented. In fact, a lot more people commented than actually had room here. We had to cut it off. Another healthy tip, use a salad plate instead of a dinner plate to help lower portion sizes. What is your approach for weight loss in 2013? Again, a good picture, a question, lots of thumbs up and shares. That's good content to put on your channel. You can also put out questions for people to get more interaction, like the Krug system seems to be the new way to have coffee. Do you use one? What's your favorite flavor? Gets great comments back. Or here's something just simple, water. Better with ice or without ice. Lots of comments that people do. And of course, motivational quotes. Motivational quotes should be a foundational piece of content for any real estate agent because it makes people feel good. Here's an example. If you wait until the lights are green before you leave home, you'll never get started on your trip to the top. This is the type of content that you're putting on people's pages that they see in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, that makes them smile and remember you and have a positive feeling related to you, so you end up getting more referrals and more repeat clients. Now, you can also then put real estate updates on there. like here's the one about the momentum continues, or one about the remodeling costs plummeting. You can weave those in there also. But again, if you do nothing but real estate, people will tune you out because they want a good general TV station. Now you should also be updating LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is different than Facebook. Facebook, you can put fun stuff, some humor, make people smile. LinkedIn is a spot where it's professional. It's where you want to share professional tips and updates. And any humor you may share, it has to be professional humor, or some of the motivational quotes are okay on LinkedIn. Here's a good LinkedIn update that's an example. Richard Bronson explains the secrets to success, and it is a YouTube video, a good LinkedIn status update that people would want to see. Or here's one I did. I found an article about multitasking and how it's not good for you. So I said, don't multitask. Only 2.5% of people can effectively multitask and still do well each day or each activity. Well, here's what happens when people see this. Not only do they like it, but on LinkedIn it's a little bit different. They click on your name and they look at your profile. Now, if you've optimized your profile the right way, they will then see that you're an agent, and if they're in the market for buying or selling, they'll be encouraged to call you. So it's a way that you can put your name in front of people. If you're not doing updates in LinkedIn, all of those connections, they'll never see anything about you. They'll forget that you even exist. This is why you should be updating LinkedIn just like you're updating Facebook, but with slightly different content. And Twitter is what you'd want. If you do tweet, you tweet out what you put in on Facebook. Now, how often should you be updating LinkedIn? I get this all the time. You should be updating LinkedIn about 2 to 3 times a week. And Facebook, you should be updating Facebook 4 to 5 times a week. And Twitter, you should be updating Twitter 4 to 5 times a week when you do Facebook. So you should be getting content out there 10 to 13 times every week in order to stay in front of everyone. Well, why so frequent? Well, the problem is social media is like a stream that's flowing by. You don't see what's going to come tomorrow, and you don't see what passed by yesterday. You only see what's in front of you right now. So because people log on in different days and different times, you have to put status updates into that social media stream at different times frequently so that you get a chance of being seen by people who log on. You want to mix up the times of days and the days that you post so that you get seen by different people, because some people log in the morning and some people in the afternoon or some people in the evening. Well, how much time does all this take? A study was recently done by Vertical Response, and it showed that the average successful professional will spend 6 hours a week on their social media. That's right, 6 hours per week on their social media. An hour a day, and you can take Sunday off. Well, I hear this all the time, and you're probably saying this right now. You know, there's just not enough time today for me to be doing all this. It's not worth it for me. Well, that's why we created the Social Concierge service done for you status update program for real estate agents. You see, here's how it works. When you enroll, you pick the topics that you want on your TV channel. Of course, there's going to be real estate topics, but then you can also choose from business tips and fun facts, professional development tips, entertainment, technology news, healthy living and eating, healthy living, motivational quotes, today is, clean business humor, edgy business humor if you want it, even pictures and stories. These then get put onto your different TV channels, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your Twitter. So once you sign up and you enroll, what happens is our writers write content on these different topics each month. Then our software in the beginning of the month says, hey, here's the content that's unique to you, that puts it in your inbox, where you can either edit it, change it, delete it, or just take it the way it is. And then throughout the month, we post it on your behalf using our system to Facebook, and we post it to LinkedIn. And the great part is no one knows that it's us. It looks like it's coming from you. While you're sitting back and relaxing, hopefully enjoying life, maybe spending more time with your family, your friends, maybe your clients. And if you want to jump on every now and then and do a Facebook status update or a tweet or a LinkedIn update, go for it. No one will know the difference, but you know that the base work is being done for you day in and day out. Now, some companies are doing this where they charge a lot of money. Here's an example where it's $500 a month. And they can do that because it is well worth it. Here's another company that charges $1,900 to set it up and $3,500 a month in order to manage your social media. Well, with Social Concierge Service done for you status updates, we know that that's out of the reach of most real estate agents. So we will do this for you for $1.57 a day, or $47 a month. Yes, that is less than a cup of coffee, not even a good cup of coffee a day. We will be doing updates for you. We'll get the content. We'll make sure it's right for your topics. We'll deliver it to you. You can review it, and we'll put it out on your social media networks. Now, I want to come back here to that 6 hours a week part, because if you're spending 6 hours a week doing this, that's 26 hours a month. Well, if you're working 26 hours a month for only $47, that's the equivalent of working for only $1.81 an hour. That's right, $1.81 an hour. Now, I don't know anyone that's on this call that would go out and work for $1.81 an hour. In fact, I think the minimum wage in China is higher than that. So I have a question for you. Why are you doing all this for $1.81 an hour? So either you're doing the work and you shouldn't be, or you're not doing the work at all and you're missing the opportunity and you should have us do it for you. And it gets even better. With Social Concierge Service, with a 30-day trial, you can try the status updates for 30 days for only $1. That's right, for $1, we will do the status updates for you, set you up. You like it, great. You can continue on. Otherwise, you can cancel at that time. So if this is your social media world, empty, it's not being filled up with the right material because you just don't have the time, let us do it for you. Let us fill it up. And discussions going. Now, what's your return on investment for investing in this type of a program? Well, if you can get one buyer or seller every 10 years, the entire program pays for itself. That's right, one buyer or seller every 10 years pays for the entire program if your average transaction is only $200,000. And there's no long-term contract or no risk here. It's month to month with no contracts to tie you down. So you can stay on as long as we're adding value to you. And there's a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. For 30 days, that means if you have any problems with it, just call us and cancel, and we'll even mail you that $1 back. So go ahead and enroll in our limited time offer today. And it's really easy. Just go to socialconciergeservice.com/special offer, and you can enroll in that $1 special offer, and we'll do all the heavy lifting of your social media for you. Now, Bill, I saw there was a lot of questions that came in here while we were doing this webinar. Let's go ahead and get through those questions and get any other ones that are coming in right now.
Yeah, they've been pouring across here, Greg, so I didn't want to interrupt you. You were on a roll, and I know you were covering parts of these, but we got some good questions here. And for everybody, again, you can enter your questions just on your GoToWebinar dashboard there under the questions, or you can even use the chat. And I'm just kind of watching those as we go. And what I'm going to do is pick off the questions that kind of apply to everybody. Some of you are asking a few things about your personal situation that's kind of personal to you. I'm going to take those, and we'll respond to those by email offline. But Greg, our first question here comes from Jill Kanong. And Jill asks, for your service, what if I don't like the status updates you post? How does that work?
All right, that is a great question, Jill, of what happens if you do status updates that you may not like. What we do is we actually take the status updates and we put them into your inbox each month, and then you can review them, edit them, and if there's one that you don't want, you just mark that you don't want it, we won't send it out for you. And so this way you're in total control, so you can see what's coming through the month.
Okay. I've got two that are kind of similar here. Joel and Florence are asking, basically, how are the updates going to get posted, and how do you make those updates to my Facebook page? So.
Yeah, our application then makes those updates on your behalf, on your Facebook page, your Twitter, and your LinkedIn. We do it for you.
Okay. Let's see. Mario Verilli asks if there is one other social media channel that we'd like to add. Can we do that, and what would that cost?
You know, right now we support LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter, and those are the ones that most people are on right now. And so we're at this point we don't support other, kind of industry-specific or other geography social media places. But if you have questions on that, you can just send us an email.
Okay. Next, I should here. I'm going to skip down to Katie Weiser. Do you feel you need a separate professional Facebook page, or can I use my personal Facebook?
We support putting the updates either on your personal page or your business professional page, and it's up to you. Most people who have a larger following in their business will do it on their Facebook business page, but I know a lot of agents do it. They don't have a business page. They just have their personal page that connected, the personal profile, and we'll do that for you on your personal profile if you need to. So if you're an established agent with a large group, you definitely want to be using a business page. But if you just have your own personal connections and your own personal profile, we can do it there for you too. Either one works for us.
Okay. I've got Anna has asked if you could restate the website to go to. Having trouble not watching her computer, I guess.
Well, she could be on the dial-in, the phone dial-in only version. Easy. It's socialconciergeservice.com/special offer. And concierge is spelled C-O-N-C-I-E-R-G-E. So socialconciergeservice.com/special offer.
Okay. All right, skipping to Jim Malski. Do you put links to your clients' websites in all of your Facebook and LinkedIn posts?
Hey, Jim, we've heard other people thinking about doing this or doing this, and the answer is no, and here's why. And I'll restate it for everyone on what Jim's question was. Sometimes some agents, when they do Facebook status updates, they put a link to their business website in every status update they do. That's like everyone that talks on a TV show, or every time you see something, there's a commercial on the screen at the same time. That's not the way you run a TV show. It's not good. People will tune you out. Plus, you can only share one link in Facebook. So if you were sharing good content, there's a link to something else, that other link wouldn't show up. So what you want is to have an occasional commercial come out, but the vast majority of them, you want to just be good status updates that people would want to share. And trust me, they won't want to share it if your agent website address is sitting at the bottom of every message.
Okay. Jim had another question here I'm going to go to while I'm on him. Can you choose more than one topic, or do you choose just one per month?
You choose multiple topics, and most people will choose 4 or 5 topics for Facebook, so you get a different topic on the different days, and 3 or 4 for LinkedIn.
Okay. Let's see. This is a good one from Edison Salazar. Won't people know it's not me doing my updates? What if I am meeting with someone and an update post on my Facebook page? They'll know I didn't do it. Yeah. How do you kind of respond in those kind of situations if you don't want people?
And it's a really easy response. What you say is, when I go to visit my clients, I am 100% dedicated to my clients. So I pre-schedule my Facebook status updates so I don't have to worry about other people while I'm meeting with you. You're 100% of my attention while I'm working with you. And you just tell them you schedule it. And that actually turns a negative into a positive and says, hey, this guy actually is going to be spending and dedicating his time to me when he's with me. This is exactly what I want.
Good. Hey, I want to give a little shout out to Sandy, who's just enrolled in the program. Welcome aboard.
Hey, welcome aboard, Sandy.
Okay, I've got a question from Joel Polton. It says, the offer states we can review the updates before being posted. What is the cycle for this process?
Yeah, that's another good question. We want to respect your time and do this very efficiently, so we give you an entire month's worth of updates to review that you can review at the beginning of the month. So it's just a once-a-month type deal, so you don't have to be worrying about it all the time. And if once you get comfortable with it and you just want to let it go, you just can let it go and we'll be updating for you.
Okay. Oh, and a shout out to Tara and Charles, who just enrolled as well.
Welcome, Tara and Charles.
Okay, now hold on just a second. I got to go back and get a couple questions I had skipped over at one point. Let's see. Sun Chen said, "Do you help drive traffic too?" Do you help drive traffic as well?
Okay, good question. The question is, do we do any sort of advertising or other activities to get people to your page? In this base package, the answer is no. We don't do Facebook advertising for you. It's intended for an agent to invite their circle of influence onto Facebook and LinkedIn, and then we keep in front of them for you. But we do have another service that will actually run ads for you if you're interested.
Similar question here from Nancy and Marianne. Am I going to get the same updates as everyone else, or do you have updates just for me? And Marianne's take on it was, is it going to be the same as everyone else in my industry?
Oh, great question. When we built the Social Concierge service, it's built around the whole concept of not only being cost effective, but giving different people different messages every day. So you don't end up with the same message as everybody else on the same day. So what we do is we mix up the messages not only by geography and by time, so that what you get today is not what the agent down the street gets today. So really, no one knows that we're doing this for you.
Okay.
That's part of the secret software system.
All right, shout-outs to Juraj, I can't pronounce this, Juraj Cresco, Tom, Anna, all three of them have just enrolled. Welcome aboard. And then I've got my next question for you from Trent Arnold. It says, my business page is accessed through my personal page. How do you get access to my business page without having access to my personal page? I'm assuming this is Facebook.
That's a good question. The way that we get at your business page, because it's true you have to have a personal one, is through our application. And so we don't need access to your personal account to get at your business account.
And we'll actually become an administrator for it, right?
Yeah, we become an administrator of the page, so then we can write to it.
Okay. Let's see. Stephen Williams. I only occasionally do status updates on Facebook and never on LinkedIn. I see from what you said how that is a problem. But if you're doing updates for me, can I still do the occasional update myself? That's good.
The answer is absolutely. In fact, that's the beauty of the system, is we keep your social media going for you. Then occasionally, let's say you have a big deal close or something important happen or something personal and you want to get on and you want to post it, you can, and we took care of all of that dead space in between. So like you're saying you're not posting it all on LinkedIn, great, we'll be doing that for you. Or you're an occasional Facebook poster, we'll fill up your TV channel with good quality information in between.
Hey, Gary, welcome aboard.
Hey, welcome aboard, Gary. Look forward to working with you.
Okay, let's see. Joe Lester says, thanks for sharing this info. Great stuff. Planning to use LinkedIn to grow our business. This will help. I think that's just there's not a question there, so thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, Judith just enrolled. Hey, welcome, Judith. Okay, next up, Greg, I have Jorgen Sundberg has a question. It's a little long here, so bear with me. I have a tool that I use that sends my update to all my social media already. How is what you do offer different from that? Okay, so basically, how is Social Concierge Service different from using a tool like maybe a Hootsuite or something like that?
Yeah, there are several tools out there that you can use to schedule your updates. The difference is you're the one that has to come up with all the content. So you have to go out and you have to research different topics, think about it, get pictures, get links, and then you're the one that has to load it up into the scheduling tool. So all of the work of getting that content there to post, you still have to do, which is, by the way, most of the work. And then the scheduling tool just posts it for you through the month. So with Social Concierge Service, you don't have to go out and get those messages. You don't have to think them up. What's a good motivational message? What's a good picture to share? What's a good today is message to stick out onto my TV channel? You can have professional writers write it. In fact, if you think about it this way, the President of the United States does not write his own speeches. Movie actors do not write their own movie scripts, so why are you trying to come up with and write your own information for your own social media TV channel? Let us do it for you.
Greg, I think the $1 deal's got people moving here. We've got Malcolm, Victoria, Michael, and Pat have all just come in.
Welcome, everybody, and remember, you get to try this for only $1. You know, you can start seeing how people respond to our messages, and you know what? You'll notice that they like them and they share them.
That's the name of the game. Okay, Stephanie Saunders has a question I think's worth sharing with everybody. It says, I've been trying to use social media to get leads for her real estate, she said. I have gotten a decent amount of leads through status updates on LinkedIn, but I'm constantly battling with whether I should be formal or informal. Both types of updates seem to get responses. What do you think?
First off, I'd say usually tend to be formal. When I say formal, you can be personal as in using personal language, but you're wanting to share professional information, content that people would want. You know, the joke of the day stuff isn't really right for LinkedIn. LinkedIn is more the spot for good content that people would want to read if they're sitting in a work environment.
Yeah. Okay. Jerry Teneda, sorry if I mispronounced your name. I'm glad you said about not making all your updates a promotion about your business and not all of them a commercial. We have a constant argument about that for our Facebook page. My partner says that's why people like our page. I never agreed. It just seemed like spam to me. Thanks. That's a good comment. You want to add anything?
You're welcome. Yeah, I'm going to add a little bit to that. This is why you need a variety of topics that are good, that make people smile on your page. You know, if you have an exterminator come to your house and treat you for spiders or bugs or something, and you're like them on Facebook, do you want to see a bunch of updates about the new evolution of ants and how to do things with bugs? No, you really don't care. Likewise, remember, the vast majority of people are not buying or selling a home on any given day, so you've got to give them other good, interesting content that make them remember you in a positive way.
Okay, and I'll remind you, if you've got questions, you can go ahead and put them in the questions box on the dashboard there, or you can use the chat box, whichever. I'm kind of monitoring both of them as we go. And for those who are just listening, the website again is socialconciergeservice.com/special offer. And special offer is just all put together as one word.
Yes, socialconciergeservice.com/special offer. You can enroll for only $1 trial for the next 30 days, get the status updates, and again, it's only $1.57 a day, $47 a month after that. You know, with all the effort required to do social media right, you know, this is way, 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 way less than minimum wage. So you really should, you know, Bill, I have a little tip for everybody that may actually help. Let's say that you want to earn $100,000 this year. The good thing to do is say, well, what do I need to earn in an hourly basis? And here's how you do it. If you're going to want to earn $100,000 in a year, you take $100,000, you divide it by 2, that's 50,000. You drop 3 zeros, that's 50. That's how much you basically have to earn per hour if you're to work full-time to make $100,000 a year. So $100,000 is a good goal. Well, why are you working for $1 or some an hour when you need to be focused on $50 an hour work? How do you get to earn $100,000 a year? You do it by not doing the lowest level work. You hire someone else to do that for you. And with this service, we'll do those 6 hours a week work for you so you can focus it somewhere else so you can earn the higher dollar value. Otherwise, you're going to constantly be stuck at the lower dollar value in terms of the end of the year because you're not putting your efforts on the things that make a difference.
All right, let's welcome aboard, Greg, to Disnardo, Hilda, Gina, and David.
Welcome, everybody.
All right, I've got a, it's more of a comment here, but I'll read it for you. I think it's good for everybody. It says, Greg, thanks for the great info. This is from Alejandro, by the way. Some of the information and tips you provided I wasn't even aware of, like that not all your friends receive all your status updates. I've had a Facebook page for a while now, but have more recently been spending more time developing it. I'm learning it takes a lot of my time, at least 6 hours a week. I like the idea of your service. I can see where that would be a smart investment, so I only need to update periodically with info about my business or commercials, as you call them. And he says, thanks, I'm in. So we'll be looking for Alejandro.
Awesome, welcome. And that's the right attitude to take. You know, this is letting someone else do your social media for you. You can still jump in and focus on the things that are important, like your clients.
Okay, here's a question just came in from Harold Greenoff. It says, we use an RSS feed to drive post of our current events for our industry directly to our Facebook page. Should we turn this off?
In general, the usual answer is yes, you should turn this off. You should not be putting just general RSS feeds to your Facebook page. If you want to occasionally get on and stick them of value, but Facebook isn't the thing where you put all your web updates on Facebook. Facebook is for social. Your web is for your website is for your website. So I would say yes, turn that off.
Okay, and welcome aboard to Tempo. Oh, and to Nelson. Nelson just came in too. Okay, Reti asked a question. Says, "Hi, Greg. I was not able to join you on time. Will there be access to this webinar online?"
Yes, we will go. This is being recorded, and we'll go ahead and have this available online.
Yep. Share that out. Okay, here's a good one, Greg, from Tom. It says, I listened to a video by another guy, and he said Facebook won't get you a deal. He was pushing doing search engine optimization. Will Facebook get me a deal? And if so, how long will it take?
You know, Bill, that's a great question. That question comes in all the time. I'm going to address it in 2 points. One is updating social media is about staying in front of your sphere of influence, the people that you've connected with out there in the world, by staying in front of them so when they're ready to buy or sell or they have a friend, they'll refer you or they'll come to you as a client. Search engine optimization, on the other hand, is all about optimizing your website so that you get found by people who don't know you, who aren't connected to you at all, that don't have a friend that knows you. Our service is all about your sphere of influence, which is the #1 proven way for real estate agents to grow. It's not about optimizing your website to get found by people who don't know you. Now, the next question is, does Facebook not give you a deal? Well, if you don't have any friends on Facebook and no sphere of influence, it's not going to work. But if you have your sphere of influence on Facebook and LinkedIn, it absolutely does work. The only reason the person said that is they want to sell you some service to help get your website up into Google search rankings.
Okay, Greg, that's all the questions I see. Do you have anything else you want to share with everybody?
Yeah, again, everyone, if you want to be successful, the time has to go into making good content in social media that people would want to see. Really view this as your personal, your TV channel out there in the world that you want good content on. And let our writers come up with a good status updates on the topics that are appropriate for you for your TV channel so you can really engage your sphere of influence and grow your real estate business. There is no easier or less expensive way to do it. And so I look forward to working with everyone. And again, go to socialconciergeservice.com/special offer and enroll in our $1 trial special. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.